Good morning, students. Today's our new chapter is torsion in shafts. कर लेना है
देती हूँ
Good morning, students. Today's our new chapter is torsion in shafts. Okay, first you have to know what is shaft. Shaft is nothing but it is a rotating element, rotating rod, rotating machine element, and it may be circular rod or square rod, and in sometimes we can use as solid rod or hollow rod. And due to its rotations, rotation of the shaft, in shaft is subjected three types of forces. That is, one is axial forces along its longitudinal direction, and normal forces and transverse forces. So axial forces, due to axial forces, axial stress will produce, that is tensile or compressive stress may produce. Due to transverse forces, shear stress will produce, and due to normal forces, shear and bending stress may produce within the shaft. And we had to design by considering torsion, that is only twisting movement of the shaft, by neglecting bending and axial forces. So we have to consider only torsion. What is torsion is nothing but here, due to the rotation of the shaft, some tangential force will produce at the end of the shafts. So, and due to this tangential force, the turning movement, turning effect will produce within the shaft. So this turning effect, we can term it as torsion, twisting movement, and we can say that shaft is in torsion. Okay, by considering this torsion, we have to design the shaft, that is we have to find the size of the shaft. Okay, for that, design of shaft. So see here, these are the, if it is a cylindrical, that is rotating element, here three types of forces are produced: torsional forces, transverse forces, axial forces. And we can design, that is designing, I think we have to calculate the size of the shaft by considering its torsion forces, bending forces, and combination of torsion and bending, and combination of torsion with axial bending and axial and compressive forces. But in our syllabus we have only torsion only. So we have to we have to design the shaft by considering torsion only. So that is torsion equation. So we don't have derivation for torsion equation, just we have only a mathematical expression only. So that is torsion equation is nothing but torsion equation for a circular shaft is given by capital T by J equal to tau by R is equal to G theta by L, where T is the torque transmitted by the shaft and J is the polar moment of inertia and tau is the shear stress induced within the shaft, R is the radius of the shaft, and G is modulus of rigidity, and theta is the angle of twist, and L is the length of the shaft. So this is the torsion equation. So for a shaft transmitting torque, given torque, the values of G, theta, and L are constant. That is T by tau by R is equal to G theta by L, where G, theta, and L, three values are constant. So that is the total that G theta by L product must be, it is also one of the constants. So tau by R equal to constant. So tau, what is shear stress induced in the shaft? It depends upon the radius of the shaft. So that's why the shear stress induced at the center of the shaft is 0, and at the outermost layer it must be maximum. So the maximum shear stress induced is at the outermost layer of the shaft, and from that, for a hollow shaft, so tau 1 by tau 2 is equal to R1 by R2. So tau and R are both are proportional to each other, and we can design, that is we can design the shaft by only, that is it is subjected to torsion. So let us, so what is the torsion equation? So that is by considering its the strength is equal to T, we know the torsion equation T by J equal to tau by R, and we can write the torque T equal to tau into J by R, where J by R is nothing but polar section modulus. J is the polar moment of inertia, and the ratio J by R we can term it as polar section modulus. So what is polar moment of inertia? So polar moment of inertia of a circular section is nothing but it is the moment of inertia of the circular section is known as polar moment of inertia. So polar moment of inertia is nothing but moment of inertia of the circular section about z axis, that is IZZ or Z. J equal to pi d power 4 by 32 is a small value equal to pi by 32 into d naught power 4 minus d internal diameter, and di is the internal diameter, and radius of the shaft r equal to d by 2. So the term by ZB. Finally, we can write torque transmitted by the shaft T is equal to capital T is equal to tau into ZP. And for circular shaft, this ZP equal to pi d cube by 16. So finally, that is one for a circular, hollow circular shaft, Zp is equal to pi into d naught power 4 minus di power 4 by 16 d naught. So the torque transmitted by the shaft T max is equal to tau into pi by 16 d cube for solid circular shaft, where tau is the shear stress, capital T is the maximum torque, d is the diameter of the shaft. And if it is a hollow shaft, torque transmitted by the hollow shaft equal to tau into pi into d naught power 4 minus di power 4 by 16 di. And we can write that which must be equal to tau into pi d naught cube into 1 minus k power 4 by 16, where k is the ratio of di by d naught, that is internal diameter by out. So no. So in case 0 and where r equal to 0, but it will corresponding to the stress acting at radius is maximum at outer 5. If the shaft running at n revolutions per minute, then work done per second equal to torque into angular displacement, that is T into 2 pi n by 60. So the work done per second is nothing but rate of doing work, is we can term it as power. So therefore power transmitted by the shaft equal to P, capital P is equal to 2 pi nt by 60, where T is the torque, mean torque, it is in terms of Newton meter, and power is in terms of watts. So these are the mathematical expressions you have to remember for designing the shaft. So one is first torque, maximum torque transmitted by the shaft. T max is equal to pi by 16 tau d cube if it is a solid one. And if it is hollow, maximum torque transmitted by shaft T max equal to pi by 16 tau into d naught power 4 minus di power 4 by d naught. And power transmitted by the shaft P equal to 2 pi n T by 60, where T is the mean torque. It is in terms of Newton meter, and N is the speed of the shaft, and P is the power in watts. Okay, now we will solve some problems. A solid shaft is required to transmit a torque of 20 kilonewton meter. Find the necessary diameter of the shaft, suitable diameter of the shaft, if the allowable shear stress is 70 Newton per mm square. It's an important problem. So here, what is the given data here? Torque transmitted by the shaft is given, that is capital T is equal to 20 kilonewton meter. So convert that into Newton meter mm. So 20 into 10 power 6 Newton mm. And allowable shear stress induced within the shaft, tau is equal to 70 Newton per mm square. And we have to find the size of the shaft, that is diameter of the shaft. Let small d is the diameter of the shaft. Okay, and we know that torque transmitted by the shaft T equal to pi into by d cube by 16 into tau, and from which we will get d, diameter of the shaft d equal to cube root of 16 into T, capital T by tau into pi, which must be equal to cube root of 16 into T value is directly given, that is 20 into 10 power 6. We have to substitute this torque value in terms of Newton mm by 70 pi. So finally we will get diameter of the shaft in terms of mm we will get, that is diameter of the shaft equal to 113.3 mm. Okay. Next problem. A solid shaft transmits 560 kilowatts power at 300 RPM. A solid shaft transmits 560 kilowatt power at 300 RPM. The maximum shear stress of the material is 60 Newton per mm square. Find the suitable diameter of the shaft. Here power is given 560 kilowatts and we have to convert that in terms of watts. So 1 kilowatt is equal to 10,000 watts. So power P is equal to 560 into 1000 watts. And speed of the shaft N equal to 300 RPM. And maximum shear stress of the shaft material is tau equal to 60 Newton per mm square. And here also you have to find the diameter of the shaft. So let D is the diameter of the shaft. So here power is given. So from power and speed values, we will find the torque transmitted by the shaft. And we know the formula for power transmitted by the shaft. P equal to 2 pi nt by 60, where N and N is N value directly given and P value also given. So from that, capital T equal to 60 into P by 2 pi N. So 60 into P, we have to substitute in terms of Newton mm. So that is in terms of watts, that is 60 into 560 into 10 cube by 2 pi into 300. So the speed is in terms of RPM. So you will get the T value, you will get in terms of Newton meter and convert the T value in terms of Newton mm by multiplying by 1000. So you will get 17834.39 Newton meter into 10 cube, you will get in terms of Newton mm. And we know that torque T is equal to tau into pi dq by 16. So from that D is equal to cube root of 16 into T by pi into tau. So that is 16 into, substitute T value 17834.39 into 10 cube by pi into 60. So you will get D value, diameter of the shaft, D is equal to 114.8 mm. Next problem. A hollow steel shaft has 200 mm external diameter and 125 mm internal diameter. Shear stress at outer surface is 64 Newton per mm square. Calculate the shear stress at inner surface. Okay. So that is external diameter is, so given data, I don't given data. External diameter is 200 mm and radius, external radius R1 is equal to 200 by 2, that is 100 mm. And internal diameter is 125 mm. Internal radius R2 is equal to 125 by 2, that is, you will get 62.5 mm. And we know the relation between shear stress and radius, that is tau by R is proportion, is constant, that is tau 1 by R1 is equal to tau 2 by R2. And the tau 1, that is shear stress at outermost layer is 64 Newton per mm square, and have to find shear stress at inner surface. That is, if T1 is the shear stress at outermost layer and T2 is the tau 2 is the shear stress at inner layer. So tau 1 by tau 2 is equal to R1 by R2. So tau 1, how much it's a 64 by tau 2 equal to 100 by 62.5. So tau 2 is equal to 64 into 62.5 by 100. We will get 40 Newton per mm square. So shear stress at inner layer is 40 Newton per mm square. Next problem. So hollow problem, hollow circle. A hollow steel shaft is 225 mm outside diameter and 150 mm inside diameter. Calculate the maximum power this shaft can be transmitted at 150 revolutions per minute. If the maximum shear stress is not to exceed 70 meganewtons. 70 meganewton per meter square. So first write down the given data. Speed of the shaft is 150 revolutions per minute and maximum shear stress T max is equal to 70 Newton per meganewton per meter square. So we will get 70 Newton per mm square. And for maximum torque of hollow shaft, T max is equal to tau into pi into d naught power 4 minus di power 4 by 16 d naught. Here d naught is 225 mm and di is the 150 mm. So substitute the values, that is pi into tau value is 70 into pi into 225 power 4 minus 150 power 4 by 16 into 225. So we will get tau torque, maximum torque is equal to 125.633 kilonewton meter. And maximum power P is equal to 2 pi nt by 60. So substitute T value, calculated value in power. So that is 2 into pi into speed is 150 into torque. Yeah. And this torque is here we are submitting in terms of kilonewton per meter. So we will get power also in terms of kilowatts. So it is 125.633 by 60. So after simplifying, we will get power value as 1973.44 kilowatts. Next problem. So in a shearing test on a material, failure occurred when the shear stress was 140 Newton per mm square. Using factor of safety of 4, determine the minimum diameter of the shaft made from the material, which will transmit a power of 9.5 kilowatts when rotating at 1200 RPM. Okay, so first write down the given data. Here, the maximum shear stress is 140 Newton per mm square and factor of safety is 4. So design stress, allowable shear stress equal to maximum shear stress by factor of safety, that is 140 by 4, we will get 35 Newton per mm square. So the allowable shear stress is 35 Newton per mm square and the power is given, that is 9.5 kilowatts, that is 9.5 into 1000 watts, and speed is n equal to 1200 RPM. So from given power and speed, calculate torque transmitted by the shaft. That is torque T is equal to 60P by 2 pi n. That is 60 into 9.5 into 1000 by 2 pi into 1200. So simplify, you will get 75.637 Newton meter and convert that in terms of Newton mm by multiplying by 1000. And next, I have to find the diameter of the shaft. So that torque, we know that the torque T equal to pi in tau into, that is torque transmitted by the shaft, capital T is equal to tau into pi dq by 16. So from that, D equal to cube root of 16 capital T by pi into tau. So substitute the values. That is 16 into 75637 by pi into 35. So after simplifying, we'll get diameter of the shaft as 22.25 mm. Next problem. Okay, mostly we have only problems only. So all essay questions will get from problems. A drive shaft is to transmit 3 into 10 cube kilowatts at a speed of 250 revolutions per minute. The torque fluctuates slightly, but the mean torque is found to be 0.85 times that of the maximum torque. Okay, here the relation between mean and maximum torque is given. Find the shaft diameter if the maximum shear stress induced is 75 Newton per mm square. Okay, so the first write down the given data. The power transmitted by the shaft, that is P equal to 3 into 10 cube kilowatts, and speed is 250 rpm. So from P and N, find maximum torque. The maximum allowable shear stress is tau equal to 75 Newton per mm square. And here the relation between mean and maximum torque is given, that is mean torque equal to 0.85 times of maximum torque. And from power and speed, we'll calculate the mean torque. So that is power P is equal to 2 pi n T mean by 2 pi n. Sorry, power P is equal to 2 pi n mean torque by 60. So from that mean torque T equal to 60 into P by 2 pi n. So substitute P value, that is 60 into 3 into 1000 by 2 pi into 250. So we'll get this mean torque in terms of kilonewton meter. And maximum torque equal to, it is maximum torque is equal to mean torque by 0.85. Relation is given. So from given relation, so T max is equal to 114.65 by 0.85. We'll get 134.88 kilonewton meter. So the maximum torque transmitted by the shaft is equal to 134.88 into 10 power 6 Newton mm. And we know the relation maximum torque is equal to tau into pi d cube by 16. So from that, diameter of the shaft D is equal to cube root of 16 into T max by tau into pi. So that is cube root of 16 into 134.88 into 10 power 6 by 75 into pi. So we'll get diameter of the shaft as 209 mm. Okay, we'll stop here, and same topic will continue next session. Okay, thank you.